Hi everyone, we are going to start our next project and it is on line and form. And the second piece, or when we add to it, we're going to start getting into color and complementary colors and warm and cool colors. But for right now, we're going to start talking about line again, and we're going to revisit that, and we're going to move into form. So we're going to start with a still life, and this still life is going to be in a pot. So I thought this would be interesting because when we talk about elements of art, shape is one of them. So right now I have a shape. I drew an oval in the center of my piece. Now this shape, I'm going to add lines, and I'm going to quickly turn this shape into a form, into something three-dimensional. So that's the power of lines. Adding different kinds of lines could then create something that's three-dimensional or two-dimensional. So how I did this is I drew my oval in the center, and for me, all of our pots, they can look a little bit different. I did two straight lines, but I had my lines kind of come in a little bit. They're angled. And then at the bottom, I didn't create a straight line across. I mimicked the angle or this curve right here. I did the same curve down here. And so in that way, I'm creating this form for something to live in, right? So this, I want you to look in your garden or outside, and we're going to do some observational drawings. There's some cactuses that we have inside our studio, and so I thought that might be something really cool for me to observe and to draw. Now, the first thing you need to do is to draw the dirt that's inside. Now, because this is three-dimensional, we're going to curve this line just like we did the bottom and just like we did the top and around here, because it's following the shape of this form. So I curved the line and I created the soil. And then from that soil, I can create different shapes. So if you have different flowers that you want to draw, you can do that. I thought it might be fun to kind of draw some of the plants that we have around here. And so as I'm drawing my plants, I'm going to erase the lines behind so it becomes a shape. Now, when I just drew this outside shape, it was flat. I made a form by curving my lines. So see, this one down the center is straight because I'm looking straight at it. And then as it turns on either side, I'm continuing the same shape I see from the outside, and I'm drawing it on the inside. And that's how I turn a shape, a flat shape, into something three-dimensional. So let's try another one. Let's do something fun. I'm going to create things that are behind and in front of. So I have another cactus that I have behind. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to say maybe the middle is like right here. So I'm going to draw a straight line down, and then I'm slowly going to curve out, and then I'm going to curve out even more. And I guess I would start to have one that came right here. So see, I made it feel like it was circular just because of the lines that I added. Right? Now, let's do something different so it can be visually interesting. And I don't know if you have these little cactus flowers. And then I'm going to add some behind, in between. Each time they get bigger and bigger. And then I'm going to draw, maybe I'll draw a thin cactus behind. I want to see you challenging yourself to put things in front of and behind. And this project's going to be pretty cool because all of our stuff should be different. You can use my examples and draw what I did if you feel comfortable doing that. Or you can go outside and you can draw some of your own plants that you have. But I do want them all in a pot because I want to see that you're able to draw this form. Now let's do this one together. So down the center, I'm looking straight at this, so it's going to be a straight line. And then I'm going to draw another line that curves out this way, and another line that curves out this way. And you know, there's some cactuses that have little flowers on top. I might just put a flower on top there. So, and you know, something that we need on these cactuses are some points. So once you have all your cactuses drawn out, or your plants, whatever it is, the next step is adding lines to create interest. So once I start adding all these lines, you see how my piece starts to come alive a little bit. So the more lines you can add to your piece, the more interesting it'll be. So I'm adding some there. They're probably going to be on the outside too. And I'm going to add some over here. And then what I need to do is figure out my pot. Now here is where I really want to see your creativity kind of go wild. So we need to add some designs to this pot, but you can only use lines to create shapes. So I might start off with this. Now notice I didn't do a straight line because this curve right here, I have to follow that. So I might put some triangles inside here. We're going to create patterns and lines. And I might add some more inside. The more details you do, the more interesting your piece will be. Let's see, I might add a small stripe here, and then I do this shape all along the top. And I think I'll put some circles at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to keep working on my cactus. I'm going to add some lines. Now if you're choosing not to do a cactus, maybe if you're going to do a flower, you're going to add lines on the leaves, you're going to add different lines on the petals, but I want to see that you're actually using and pushing the elements of art as much as you can. So don't forget, at the very end, we need a table, right? And the very last step is you will outline all of this in Sharpie marker. And that is what you're going to bring to class. Now I did this pretty fast, but I want you to take your time and make sure you have a nice marker so that you can outline everything. And I can't wait to see your creation when you come to class. Okay, I'll see you later, guys. Bye.